they'd be looking for, sensitive keywords, like payment, wire, transfer, things like this, right? And they were basically then downloading that data and copying it to USB, and basically, later we learned they were just exfiltrating it. But what it taught me was just how easy it would have been to prevent that. Like, I think the thing about the logon hours, I think, is a key one. Like, why are people logging in? They should just be able to elevate the role for Purview within a certain time range that you deem business worthy. You shouldn't allow people to just go on the weekend or go on at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Right. So that was one thing. But the second thing that it taught me, and back then I wasn't as familiar with auditing, but I learned how the different operations of eDiscovery help you tell that story. So we were able to see a case added operation. Then at the time, there was a custodian created operation where the user was adding people of interest that they wanted to search. They were doing a search created operation where they were then searching for those keywords, and we could see the keywords in the logs. And then finally, they were trying to close the case. But after that, they were deleting the case, because what they thought is that if they delete the case from Purview, no one will notice it, because when the Purview people go in, or back then it was Compliance Center, but when they go in, they wouldn't see any eDiscovery or content searches. But what they didn't realize, or what we learned afterwards, is there is an audit event of search removed or case removed right now, which then shows you this case ID was actually deleted. So it taught me quite a few things about how people can try and evade detection and do things contrary to the baseline of performing duties within work hours. And then obviously, copying to USB, we matured our sort of DLP posture back then, to prevent USB activity and all of that. But I think the thing that just really struck me back then was the fact that someone tried to delete their case to evade detection, but the log still caught them.